Hello, friends. How are you? Hope you all are safe at your places. Today, our topic is communication and its barriers. Communication, you all know that it is the exchange of ideas and meanings, facts, opinions. Now, let's see what is communication. In today's dynamic environment, communication is the lifeblood of any organization or institution. Communication is the process through which we exchange meanings, facts, ideas, opinions with other people. The main elements of communication are sender, message, and an independent recipient. The process can be said complete only when the receiver has understood the sender and provides the feedback. Now, what are barriers? Barriers are the factors which hinders the path of a successful and smooth communication. No matter how good the communication system is, there are always some kinds of barriers and they do often occur. These barriers are those which makes the message doubtful or unable to understand for the reader or the receiver, and they often get confused in interpreting the meaning for which the message is sent to them. The first kind of barrier is physical barriers. Now, what are physical barriers? They are time, place, noise, and space. Some of these are very easy to understand, or whereas some may prove to be very tough obstacle in the process of effective communication. Now, what is the role of time as a physical barrier? Importance of time cannot be avoided. Even if right thing said at a wrong time can give adverse results. So we can say that time has an important role in communication process. We have often heard about some expressions like timely caution, timely advice. These expressions indicate the role of time as a factor in communication. Now comes place. Place enacts as a barrier to communication, as a well organized place can render our concentration to our thoughts. On the contrary, a noisy and inappropriate place can be a barrier in delivering our thoughts or emotions. So, we can easily make or identify how place enacts an important role as a barrier to communication. In these two pictures, we can easily see the one place is so full of cluttering and the other place is neat and clean. You all know which place is more suitable to communicate, the first one or the second one. Obviously the second one, because in that picture we can see that the place is very calm and it is very easy for us to communicate because things are managed there. Now, the third barrier is a noise. Noise means interference that occurs in a signal and prevents you from hearing sounds properly. It is a physical barrier to effective communication. It may have its origin from an external source or it can even exist in the communication loop. The last barrier means the last physical barrier is space. The space provided for communication, like closed office doors, barrier screen, etc., can enact as a hindrance to communication. These are, we can see in the pictures that these are the barriers to communication, whatever space is provided to you for communication. Now let's see how we can overcome physical barriers. We can overcome physical barriers very easily by keeping some points in mind. The first thing, that is about time, that is we have to select proper timing for our communication. It should be suitable for the sender as well as the receiver. Second thing, we should avoid noisy places, because in silent place it is easy for us to communicate with others, and our expressions and thoughts can have their exact presentation. Third, try to avoid barriers as much as possible. Barriers in the term of space, which we have discussed, like closed office doors, barrier screen, and all. So we have to avoid these spaces or these barrier spaces in order to make our communication successful. Thank you.